Christ, now that's what you call a God complex. Remember the days I was down low when it was out cold, but I went out and got it. Look at my milestones, man, it feel like the Dow Jones when you look at my pocket. Look at the flex, whipping the Teslas. I'm a mess, but it's all a finesse. Boy, you, stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, young. Hey, I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. More action and no time.
NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Denver Broncos and the Las Vegas Raiders. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be a second down.
32-yard line.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
34-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Intercepted. Picked up by Dylan Cole. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome. But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb Able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for Vegas. 56 yards. Sometimes the one-handed catches are unnecessary, but he was trying to ward off the defender with the other, so maybe that was just a good play.
So that tells you that not only do they imagine those types of catches, they actually work on them with defenders jostling them in order to keep their concentration and haul it in.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
2nd and 9.
Second and 9 now. Will be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Tanner Muse there defensively.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. Got a man. It's Judy complete. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. From the gun, it's Locke. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. 3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. Here's Jacobs. And down he'll go at the 25. Now what a 1st down pickup of 8.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
first down. He'll drop to throw. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play that time for the Raiders. 48 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A good pickup there on first as a screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
2nd and 2. Reception here by Ruggs. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Nicole Hardman there to make the grab. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage. That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 3rd down, Lock. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, right.
I wouldn't change it up.
And a big loss loss here as he's taken down. Bradley Chubb, his second sack of the night. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Out of the gun now on third down. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Formation.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Handler now on the return. All told, that a 55-yard punt with a net of 40 after the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
We'll call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. Let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. But they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Flush to his right. And his throw is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They fake the handoff, now lock. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And they're not going to get the snap off. This might back him out of field goal range. That's going to set him back 5 yards. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. On second down, it's Jacobs. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 30.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Completes it to Hardman. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The tackle at the Broncos 33. That one goes for 24 yards. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here, out of the gun. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That catch good for only a couple. And they run the option on 2nd down. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 6 yards there off the scoreboard, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the 1st half. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Day's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the 2nd half of this AFC wildcard game. KJ Hamler returning it. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
Old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in the 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Buying time to his left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a one-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
Second and 2.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. They're going to find his running back. It's complete.
The pass.
Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
With that, he's up to 160 yards receiving now for the ball game. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Chased out left. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Mecole Hardman, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is the absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Block now to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Not much there, only a yard.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about where they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
And again this time to the tailback. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 14-yard line.
3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. To him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
To throw on 3rd down. Lock. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the 1st down. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Jacobs from the gun. 7 yards there and a 1st down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 35-yard line.
2nd and 11. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Got an open man. It's Ruggs. catch, good for 5. It's third down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a carry for Jacobs. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. He's at the 40, 20, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. In a tie game, 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
Taken in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Their own 21-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They trail by a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. Their season, to be frank, it's on the line right now. This wild, he's got a man, complete. The 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Mecole Hardman saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th.
The game, 24-24.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
25-yard line.
Block, and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They look to throw. It's Locke. And he rifles one incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Locke will try again on 2nd down. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
26.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Toward the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. To throw it is Locke. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to have this down deep into Vegas territory. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos have broken the tie. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work. They'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Bradley Chubb in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
18-yard line.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now left side on the swing pass. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25.
Josh Jacobs. That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Back to throw. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. Forced out to his left. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Simmons. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. This is becoming tough to watch. I don't know that I've seen 3 pick-sixes from the same quarterback in the same game.
And I know that many are going to scream at the coach about why did you let him stay out there to throw those. But truthfully, what are the odds that you're going to throw 3 pick-sixes in a game? You want to leave him out there so he can work through some of the rough stuff.
Yeah, he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And fresh off the pick-6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's going to be when we talk about the defensive backs, he get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term movement, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount, here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
To throw again. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
It's fourth down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, their playoff run may end right here. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Broncos will take over on downs.
Now a second down and 6.
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.
With that, we say goodnight from Las Vegas.